Yay. So check this out, y'all. I'm about to tell y'all about a story, well, actually a joke story. A joke story is that my nephew told me a while back, and I still laugh about it to this day because it's so funny. Like, you never would expect it for my nephew to come that hard. Nah, this is my sister baby. When I mean by nephew, this is my sister baby, my oldest sister baby. Her oldest child, which is her son, her only son. But yeah, that Negro. So he was like, we were kicking shit at my mama old house. All of us over here, like all my mama kids was over there, and which is me, my brothers and sisters. And we had all our kids there. He was like, Titi, you wanna see? He was like, Auntie Jalea, that's how he said. But he was like, Titi, you wanna see he was like, you wanna hear this joke? Let me tell you this joke. I was like, what kind of joke is it, Jay? His name Jay or whatever. I was like, what kind of joke is it, Jay? He was like, it's funny or whatever. So I was like, okay. I let him proceed to tell the story. Story, joke, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's longer than goddamn a couple of seconds. So it's really a story, but it's a joke. So he proceed on with the story. He like, okay, so Auntie, let me tell you a story about this boy and his dad. I was like, oh Lord. So he was like, one day it was this boy and his dad, and they were like chilling at home, relaxing at home. And at the time, his mom, the boy mom and dad is together. They in a relationship, they all live together, a big happy family in this house. So the boy is like, let me remind y'all, the boy is nothing but 18 years old. 18 years old, 18 or 17. It was one of them. I gotta ask my nephew, but it was like 18 to 17 years old because, of course, I asked how old the boy was. So the daddy called the boy in the room. He was like, you know what, son? It's about that time. I never see you with a girl. I never see you with a girlfriend. You never bring her over. I'm just a little concerned. I want to make sure you ain't gay. That's what the daddy said to the son now. So he basically was like, I'm going to give you some money. I'm going to give you some money. Hear me good. I'm going to give you some money to go get some pussy. So right then and there, I started laughing off the dribble because I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? What kind of story is my nephew finna tell me? But me being the cool auntie and all. You know what I'm saying? I just finished letting him tell the story, but I'm laughing. I'm tickled while he's telling me the story. So the boy, he like, the son, the boy, he like looking at his daddy kind of crazy, like, what type shit. In disbelief, like how I was by my nephew telling me this story. He go along with it. He like, my daddy know what's best or whatever. This is what the little boy said, the son. So he take the money from his dad and he go do exactly what his dad tell him to. So he leave out the house. What part I was on? Oh yeah. So he leave out the house and he gonna do what his daddy told him to do. Like his daddy said, he got some money. You feel me? Go trick off. Go buy you some ass. You know what I'm saying? Like go buy you some coochie. His daddy a trickster. So I'm starting to look kind of like, oh shit, like this story really goddamn got my ass. All right, so he's walking. Well, actually, he's skipping, jumping. You know how kids are, y'all. When you're young like that. He skipping, jumping, all of that. He doing all of that. He like, on his way to going to go get some pussy, he's singing and yelling. He like, so I start the story and I asked my nephew, I'm like, do he know where he finna go? Like, did his dad send him to a specific spot? And he was like, no, auntie, he just was going out seeing who tricked off type shit. Who, he can come buy some coochie from. Now, let me remind you, my nephew, he ain't number like 11 years old, if I'm not mistaken. I'm like, oh, okay, so he walking, he skipping, and while he skipping and walking, he goes to sing this song saying, I'm finna get some pussy, I'm finna get some pussy, I'm finna get some pussy. That's what he started singing. But, of course, my nephew didn't say that. He was saying poo-poo. I'm finna get some poo-poo. I knew what he meant when he was saying this, though. So, this is the juicy part. So while he doing all that walking and skipping, singing, let me remind y'all, his grandma, which is his daddy mama, stay literally down the street from them. So the grandma sitting out there on the porch, and she see her grandchild, the son, in a good ass little mood, walking and skipping. I'm finna get some poo poo. I'm finna get some poo poo. But us grown folks, we gonna say, I'm finna get some pussy. I'm finna get some pussy. So she stopped them and she was like, "Hey, grandbaby, where's my grandson going?" He said, "Hey, grandma. Oh, nowhere. My dad just gave me money so I can go get me some poo poo." And I'm like, wait, what? So I'm dying in this part of the story. I'm dying now at this part. I was like, he told the grandma, and Jay was like, yeah, AT, let me finish telling the story. I was like, go ahead. So the grandma proceeded to say, some poo poo? What you mean your dad gave you money to go get you some poo poo? You ain't never had sex before, boy? So I died laughing. I said, that's how he said, that's how she said it. And he said, yeah. So he proceed to, hold on, y'all. I'm finna go to the store. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. I had to go get me some cigars from the store because y'all know I'm a tree head. Okay, so what part I was on? Oh, yeah. The grandma. He just not telling the grandma about it. Okay, so the grandma like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? He gave you money to go get some poo-poo. Yeah, grandma, he gave me money to go get some poo-poo because I never had sex before. And let me remind y'all, the grandma had asked him, like, damn, boy, you ain't never had sex type shit. The grandma said this. So he said, nah, I ain't never had sex, but my daddy gave me money to go finally have sex. My daddy thought I was gay, so he wanted me to go have sex with a female. And he gave me money for it. Y'all, I am dying laughing. Tell me why the grandma took the money from him. This is how my cousin told the story now. She took the money from him. He was over the grandma's house for a minute. And, his grandma took the money from him and had sex with her own grandson. Yes, the grandma had sex with him for the money. Basically was his purse. She took her own grandchild virginity. And that's crazy. So when they get done doing what they were doing, he skipped back home to his dad to let his daddy know that he went and got some poo poo. So he skipping and he continue on with his song saying, but now he's saying, I just got some coochie, I just got some poo poo, I just got some poo poo. That's the song he was saying. So he finally get fucking home, bro. He finally get home. His daddy waiting on him to tell him his experience and all. Y'all know how daddies are. So his daddy waiting on him. Like, he excited. The goddamn, what you did, my boy, did you tell up type shit or whatever. So he asked him, he said, did you go do what I told you to do? Did you go get you some coochie?